So today's Father's Day, and we went to this place called Dublin, Georgia. Check out some of the clips here, and wanted to share some of my thoughts around this matter. Last night, I was putting my daughter to bed. She's about to be 9 months, and we have this routine where typically, we do some reading, where we pray. And one of the prayers last night for her was around that she'd be loved. And it's a prayer for no matter what she's going through, she'd be loved. And the thing that I often think about is, as a father, what does it, I guess not just as a father, but as a parent, what does it look like to raise not only a well-behaved child or highly functioning child, but what might it look like to have an adult that's fully functioning? And one of the things I often think about is this idea of deeply, truly love, of feeling like you don't need to go out in the world to feel, to search for this thing that you need that's already inside of you. And so as a parent, could I instill that in her? So it's one of the things that I was praying about, no matter what, right? No matter what, if it's an accomplishment or whatever, that should be deeply loved. And I was doing that, I was looking at her and I was tears started coming to my eyes, because more than anything, I didn't expect it. It was a random night. Maybe it was today's Father's Day, so I was thinking about this notion. And I'm still trying to figure out why it hit me like this. But I think, it's this idea of something I've been thinking about a long time, not just since that she's come on the scene, but before. And it's this question of what do you do when you have to give someone a thing that you've never gotten, right? Years ago, before I met my wife, I was dating someone. It wasn't, we went on a couple of dates or hanging out, just getting to know each other, right? And she told me that, honestly, she wasn't sure that she could date someone whose father wasn't there, or someone who didn't grow up with a father, something along the lines of it was a distinct question that she had asked of is your father around, and she not knowing how she should feel about this idea. That was one of the first times in my life that it probably had happened before, but it's just one of the first times that I think I got disqualified for something that I couldn't control. It's kind of like someone said, "Oh, I don't date black guys," but even if you don't date black guys, I don't take that personal. It's just your type is your type. But this was one of the first times where it was just you just couldn't control the idea of I couldn't control my father being there or not, right? And the story around that is I think my dad left my mom when she was about 3 months pregnant, and he didn't pop up till probably I was 2, thereabout. And we've had some contact, but not a lot of contact, And every time it was typically the same. He would promise me a gift, promise me something. I remember a cricket bat I would want, and he would promise me that, but it would never come true. And so over the years, I quietly learned don't depend on people for gifts, or don't get your hopes up, protect yourself along the way. So today is my first Father's Day, and I've been thinking about that. My wife got me a gift. Let's see. It's the Meta Ray-Bans. I'm excited about them, actually. We were testing them out today. And a lot of our gifts, what we give each other, comes out of there are times when we do ask each other, hey, what would you like for this holiday, or what do you like for your birthday? But there are times when it's we will say something, not that we're hoping secretly the other person would give it to us, but it's one of the things I have a camera that I'm recording on, but it's, it's a Sony camera, bigger body. It's not very discreet. And when I walk around in public, it kind of looks weird, right? So we're talking about that idea. We're talking about it for a couple weeks, months now. And so her head, one of the reasons she got this gift for me was around that idea. And it just shows having someone that truly cares for you and listens to you and he's able to show up in the ways, like, obviously maybe there's a world where I could buy the gift for myself, but like it's just really the thoughtfulness that counts. And the thing is, for a lot of my life, I've never allowed someone in. I've never allowed people to give me gifts. I've protected myself. And so I'm wrestling with this tension of I'm wrestling with this tension of having people truly care for me and providing for me and like being there for me and letting people in. Obviously, I've had to do that to be married and to be in this position, and she's the one that I chose to let in. And when you choose to let someone in, you're committing to that forever. And as it is my first Father's Day, I think the prayer that I'll continually pray for my daughter is that she will never have to protect herself from the people who love her in the right way, right? Like, obviously, I'm not saying to stay in toxic scenarios, but there are a lot of people that will love you and want to love you and want to give you the world just because of who you are, not because you've done anything or that not you've done anything to earn it. And you should never have to protect yourself from those people. There's a world where you need to receive love freely and it's not earned. And I wish that for her, because that's something I'm learning. And I hope that is something that I can, I can offer that to her. I never had a dad whose presence was there. I never had the gifts either. It's so funny because I think I give good gifts and I'm overly a good gift giver. So one of the things I say, I'll give my daughter whatever she wants, and my wife will have different conversations about that. But more than anything, I hope that she knows that I'm here and I'll be present. And yeah. And more than anything, that's you're trying to give somebody something that you've never had. Also, this is all the sons and daughters out there, and this is all the dads out there that's doing this for the first time, and you don't have a blueprint of what it is that you're supposed to do. And yeah, so happy Father's Day to me, and happy Father's Day to all the rest of the dads out there. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here again. Thank you.